adding another skill, and then some. Again, no project this week, except we've added a new tool to the shop. As I mentioned in a previous video, Mara is taking jewelry making and metalworking lessons or classes, small scale metalworking, chasing and engraving and whatever, and making jewelry. Well, something we've needed in the shop for quite a while for this and other projects is a buffer. Now, I could have bought a $500 Balder or something like that, but for our needs, we got this central machinery from Harbor Freight for $65, and it really is going to serve the purpose. I've built a box for it with handles at the center of gravity or center of mass. And why do you build a box? Well, you build a box because these wheels are spinning at 1750 RPM. They're made of cloth, and as you use them, material comes off of them and splashes everywhere. Well, this way it'll stop up against here, and some of it, as you can see, is down here. Come closer, take a better look. I've already used it to practice a little bit with this wheel, and I've got some stuff that splashed out. I might have to put a little wall up here. Now, what we got, of course, was polishing compounds. They're coming, the sticks, and I've got brown, Tripoli, green, high polish, and white. Prevents scratches, natural, whatever. So these are the two we use mostly: is the Tripoli and the green high polish. So also I might get some rouge for Mars jewelry. Rouge is the very fine stuff. So let me give you. Oh, another thing you need to do if you get one of these is you buy a bunch of extra wheels. There's 2 in each box. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the reason is you don't mix your compounds. This has got the Tripoli on it. That's only going to be used for Tripoli. The green will go on this one. It'll only be used for the green polishing compound. So that's just basically common practice. You don't want to mix compounds on different wheels. You just have a separate wheel for each compound. So let's do a little bit of some polishing. So what I have here is one of the tools that Mara made. It's not focusing, is it? And it has been ground close to what she wants here. Have to take it a little finer. The ends get hardened and tempered, not the business end, but the hammering end. So this has been hardened, cherry red, quenched in oil, and then cleaned off and then tempered. In other words, heating it up and bringing it to a wheat straw or slightly blue color and let it cool to room temperature on a bench. That's the tempering process. If you're really well off and you have a tempering oven, you throw it in the tempering oven and leave it in there for how many hours it takes. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to polish off the blueness from the tempering to give you an idea of how nicely this thing works. So here's the Tripoli. I'm going to redress the wheel. Let's get a little noisy, be a background noise. Now I take the little tool see there? It's got a nice shine to it. I might have to do these with a coarser compound first, and then the Tripoli, and then the fine green. But that's what Mara wants to do with her tools. She wants them all to look nice and shiny like that. You notice this, I don't know if you can see in the camera, the grinding marks back here. And that's without the coarse, that's just the Tripoli. All nice and shiny, getting better. I mean, these will go to a mirror polish if we go to the coarser first and then back to the Tripoli, and then finally to the green. So that's it, a little shop short this week on a new tool. I got to tweak the box a little bit for catching stuff. I got to put some shelves on the sides of it to hold the compounds, and then a spot on the back probably to hold the extra wheels. It takes up a bit of space in our tiny little 20 by 22 foot shop, But once we get the shop remodeled, that's still in the works. The front of the shop up near the doors will have a single narrow bench, thin bench, that'll have all of the polishing and grinding equipment and the oscillating sander, my bench grinder, the 2 belt sanders, and this. I believe that's it. And they'll all be back against the doors, out of the way, because that's going to be clear space. That's it. So until next time, make great things out of wood and learn a new skill.